All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Saira Mujtaba. The headlines. Government to begin largest rural sanitation survey today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi appeals to people to take part in it. Niti Aayog says digital payments market in India set to touch $1 trillion in the next 5 years. Reserve Bank to announce its third bi-monthly policy statement for the current fiscal this afternoon. Online application process for Central Teacher Eligibility Test or CTET to begin today. US declares 3 Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba members as specially designated global terrorists. India beat Italy 3-0 to reach quarter-finals of Women's Hockey World Cup in London. And first cricket test of 5-match series between India and England to begin in Birmingham this afternoon. Government will begin the largest rural sanitation survey today. It will continue till the end of this month. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has appealed to the people to take part in Swachh Sarvekshan Gramin 2018. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said, the survey is an extensive effort that will give both strength and crucial feedback to the nation's efforts of creating a Swachh Bharat. Our correspondent has filed this report.
The largest pan-India rural sanitation survey will continue till the end of August to assess the sanitation in the country's rural areas. The survey aims to measure citizen connect and capture the efforts and outcomes of Swachh Bharat mission. It will also rank districts based on their sanitation level. The criteria set for ranking includes construction and use of toilets under the Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin. The survey will also help in improvising the infrastructure development for improved sanitation services and their sustainability on ground. The survey will help India in achieving the goal of Clean India by 2nd October next year. Ashish, AIR News, Delhi.
Niti Aayog has said digital payments market in India is set to touch $1 trillion in the next 5 years. Niti Aayog in a report said it will be led by growth in mobile payments, which are slated to rise to $190 billion by 2023 from $10 billion in 2017-18. Releasing the report in New Delhi yesterday, Principal Advisor to Niti Aayog, Ratan P. Vatal said this will present huge business opportunities for players in the digital space. He said the growth in digital payment gained momentum in both volume and value terms after demonetization. Mr. Vatal said proposed changes in the regulatory framework, entry of global giants, and the advancement of technology will drive the future growth of digital payments in the country.
Digital trends, which is also very important for any modern economy. When it grows, digital payments, it's a necessary corollary. As I said, cash transactions will be there. They are in all modern societies, modern economies. It will probably be continue in India also. But the trends which are being seen because of these policy initiatives, whichever data set you see, the story is positive.
Mr. Vatal said the goods and services tax regime rolled out in July last year will have a huge impact on digital payments as it matures. Reserve Bank will announce its third bi-monthly policy statement for the current fiscal this afternoon. Monetary Policy Committee, headed by RBI Governor Urjit Patel, had begun its 3-day meeting in Mumbai on Monday. In a release, RBI said, Monetary Policy Committee has decided to continue the practice of a 3-day meeting format as adopted in the meeting in the second bi-monthly Monetary Policy Statement of June 6, 2018. More from our correspondent.
The Economic Research Department of country's largest lender, FDI, the Reserve Bank of India, will go in for a status quo in key policy rates in its third bi-monthly policy today. The call is contrary to the expectations of a majority of analysts predicting for another hike given the rise in inflation lately. The SBI economists have said the only reason why the RBI may go for a hike will be to satiate the self-fulfilling prophecy of market expectations of a rate hike to stem the rupee depreciation. The central bank had voted unanimously for a rate hike of 0.25% at the last review in June 2018. Sonali Patil, AIR News, Mumbai.
The 15th Finance Commission will arrive in Ranchi today on a 3-day visit to Jharkhand. More from our correspondent.
The team will hold meeting today afternoon with representative of rural and urban bodies. The team will hold different meetings during its stay in Jharkhand up to 3rd of August Team will visit Jamshedpur also to meet representative of trade and industry unions to ascertain their needs and views. The state government has declared the team members at the state gate. Rajesh Sinha, AIR News, Ranchi.
Unique Identification Authority of India, UIDAI, has advised people to refrain from publicly putting their Aadhaar numbers on internet and social media and posing challenges to others. The advisory came in the wake of some news items appearing on social media reporting few persons publicly posting their Aadhaar numbers on internet. The authorities said such activities are uncalled for and should be refrained as these are not in accordance with the law. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alert. The online application process for Central Teacher Eligibility Test or CTET 2018 will begin today. According to CBSE, the candidate can submit online application till 27th of this month. However, the fee can be paid up to 30th of this month before 3:30 p.m. The candidates have to apply online only through CTET website www.ctet.nic.in. The CBSE has also declared the results of UGC NET in record time. The examination was held in July this year. More than 55,000 candidates have qualified for the eligibility for assistant professor. Central government's flagship scheme Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana or PMMY is creating more self-employment opportunities in Meghalaya. The Mudra scheme in the state is helping small businesses by providing refinance and credit guarantees. We have a ground report from our Shillong correspondent.
In Meghalaya, the Mudra scheme is creating job opportunities and improving the quality of life, especially of women. Mrs. Krisbaleen Marak, hailing from a remote village, Sunny Hills in Tora district, received a loan from bank and running a micro industry of training in tailoring and bakery.
I availed loan under Mudra scheme. I came to know regarding the scheme from industry's office, and I am very thankful to the officials who have guided and educated me about such loan. The loan has been very beneficial for me, and once the loan is over, I want to expand my work.
Another beneficiary is Mrs. Bijli Basfore from Chitotak village, who was earlier unemployed, now running general goods shop.
मुझे ये मुद्रा स्कीम के बारे में मेघालय रूरल बैंक से पता चला. मुझे 50,000 लोन दिया गया जिससे मैं एक दुकान कर पा रही हूँ. छोटा छोटा सामान रखा है मैंने. अलग से मैं एक सिलाई मशीन रखा है, उसको मैं यूज करती हूँ. ये लोन ने मुझे बहुत सहायता दी और मुझे दूसरों से कर्ज लेने से मुक्ति मिला.
To spread financial awareness, all banks conduct financial literacy camp every month. Samir Verma for AIR News, Shillong.
In Assam, nearly 50,000 people have been affected by flash floods in Golghat, Sivasagar and Dhemaji districts. NDRF teams were deployed for relief and rescue work in Sivasagar district yesterday. A report.
Several rivers are flowing above the danger level in Assam. The flood water has forced 1,300 people to take shelter at 9 relief camps at Golaghat and Sivasagar districts. Food items are being distributed at relief camps. The flood water also damaged crop areas at Dhemaji, Golaghat and Sivasagar districts. Meanwhile, due to rising water level, movement of heavy vehicles on the road connecting Jamuguri and Barpata in Golaghat district has been prohibited. Manas Patin Sharma, AIR News, Guwahati.
In Jammu and Kashmir, an army jawan was injured in ceasefire violation by Pakistani troops from across the line of control in Naushera sector of Rajouri district last evening. Defence forces told AIR in Jammu that an army jawan deployed at a forward post in Kalal area was injured around 6 p.m. when he was hit by a sniper shot from POK side. Indian troops guarding the borderline retaliated the ceasefire violation and intermittent exchange of fire continued for 3 hours. The injured soldier has been admitted to a military hospital. The United States has declared 3 Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba or LET members as specially designated global terrorists. It designated LET commander Abdul Rahman al-Daqil and Pakistan-based terror group's 2 financial facilitators, Hamidul Hassan and Abdul Jabbar, as specially designated global terrorists. Daqil was an operational leader for LET's attacks in India between 1997 and 2001. The U.S. State Department in a statement said that the designation seeks to deny Dakhil resources to plan and carry out terrorist attacks. Among other consequences, all of his property and interests subject to U.S. jurisdiction are blocked and U.S. persons are prohibited from engaging in any transaction with him. In a separate statement, Treasury Undersecretary for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence said the two elite financial facilitators are responsible for collecting, transporting and distributing funds to support terror groups and provide salaries to extremists. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj has said that 21 Indian fishermen from Tamil Nadu stranded in Iran have been released and will be repatriated soon. She said they will be repatriated to Chennai in batches starting Friday. In a tweet last night, Mrs. Swaraj praised the Indian Embassy in Iran and Consulate at Bandar Abbas for the efforts in this regard. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister K. Palaniasamy had last month urged Prime Minister Modi to direct the Indian Embassy in Iran to take necessary steps for bringing back the fishermen. India beat Italy 3-0 last night to reach quarter-finals of Women's Hockey World Cup in London. India will now face Ireland tomorrow for a place in the semi-finals. Lalrim Siami, Neha Goyal and Vandana Kataria scored a goal each for India. For India, Lalrim Siami scored the opening goal in the 9th minute of the game. With just seconds to go in third quarter, India earned a penalty corner and converted it into a goal with a brilliant deflection from Neha Goyal. With just 5 minutes to go in the final quarter, Vandana Kataria too scored with a deflection, making it impossible for Italy to level the scores. First cricket test of 5-match series between India and England will begin at Edgbaston in Birmingham today. The match will start at 3:30 p.m. Indian time. The English side will be celebrating its 1000th test at Edgbaston today. India last won a test series in England in 2007 under Rahul Dravid. In the current UK tour, India won the 2020 series against England but lost the ODI series. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Abhishek Kumar.
Thank you, Saira. The stories dominating most papers are the Apex Court ruling not to take any action against the missing 40 lakh from the Assam National Register of Citizens and speculations of Imran Khan inviting PM Modi for his swearing-in ceremony. No action against 40 lakh, says Supreme Court. Headlines the Tribune, while the Hindu quotes the Supreme Court in its headline too, saying, set procedure to vet NRC claims. Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf chairperson Imran Khan is all set to form the government, and speculations of him inviting PM Modi for the swearing-in ceremony are abuzz in all dailies. PM may be called to Imran's swearing-in, says the DNA, while the Indian Express says, Imran's party says he may invite Modi, all SAARC leaders, for swearing-in. The Business Standard covers a special story on economic offenders. Make master list of economic offenders, says government to agencies. All the dailies carry the story of Air India's crew member Pooja Chinchankar's last flight before retiring from service as the flight was steered by her daughter Ashrita. Daughter pilots cabin crew's mother's farewell flight, reports the Tribune, while the Times of India reports woman co-pilot's air hostess mom's last flight. Another development in the Muzaffarpur shelter home case is reported by most dailies. The Mail today writes about its owner Brajesh Thakur, the beast of Bihar. Shelter home predator drugged and raped 34 girls, scalded them, carried out forced abortions at makeshift OT, while 11 women go missing from second property. And finally, the hangover of many bootleggers in Delhi dies, with many in the illegal business in Delhi's Sangam Vihar having a change of heart as a result of encouragement from local police to quit the business. Bootleggers start a new life with milk, veggies. And with that, it's back to you, Sarah.
Thank you, Abhishek, for a look at today's newspapers. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Government to begin largest rural sanitation survey today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi appeals to people to take part in it. Niti Aayog says digital payments market in India set to touch $1 trillion in the next 5 years. Reserve Bank to announce its third bi-monthly policy statement for the current fiscal this afternoon. Online application process for Central Teacher Eligibility Test or CTET to begin today. United States declares 3 Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba members as specially designated global terrorists. And in sports, India beat Italy 3-0 to reach quarter-finals of Women's Hockey World Cup in London, and first cricket test of 5-match series between India and England to begin in Birmingham this afternoon. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.nic.in. With that, we end the morning news. Have a great day.